Hare Krishna. So, well, I'm so fortunate that I'm given the chance to share something about holy name. So it is always very auspicious to share something about holy name because it is beneficial to listener as well as speaker. So, there is so many thing to say about holy name, and you are the regular participant of this holy name. I am just new, so I'm just try to something because as we know, Hari Anand and Hari Katha Anand. Similarly, Harinam is Anand, Harinam beautiful is so much with their vast ocean. But I will try to share something about holy name. So today we will discuss the second verse of Sikshashtakam. In this verse, we will discuss. We will discuss only this verse in three steps. What is our fortune, and second is what is our misfortune, and how to overcome from this. So, as we know, the verse of as we know about the Sikshashtakam. So Mahaprabhu gave so many philosophy by himself only, and he also shared. He also gave so many talks to his disciples, and even his direct disciple. They wrote so many scriptures like Srila Rupa Goswami and other Goswamis, and now we are also following their scriptures. But Mahaprabhu gave only Sikshashtakam. And if you closely observe the Sikshashtakam, it is just the glories of holy name. And even it is the stage of how one can get perfection through holy name. So I thought this will be most beneficial. So before going second verse, first we will just discuss briefly about first verse. So in first verse, Mahaprabhu is telling there are seven kinds of benediction in that verse. We can say the first verse is the introduction part of Sikshashtakam. What can you get from the Nam Sankirtanam? So first is Chetu Darpan Marjanam, our heart purify, our chitta purify, and Bhaumahadavagni Nirvapanam. Uh, we can mitigate our all sufferings and we can overcome from this all kinds of miseries. And this is all auspicious, and and there are and there are seven kinds of benefits. So Mahaprabhu just first verse he just gave this kind of introduction. Then he's inviting us, oh conditioned soul. He's playing the role of as a servant in this material world. So from this first verse he's telling to us that there are seven kind of benediction. So we must accept this holy name. And in second verse, there are so many teachings. So we'll try to discuss about it. So what is this second verse? Nam namakari bhahuda nij sarva sakti tattarpita niyamite ismarane kala eta drisi tav kripa bhagwan mamapi duradevami drisimiha janina anuraga. So we will go one by one. Nam namakari bhahuda nij sarva saktis. So Lord has innumerable names. So as we discussed, Lord is unlimited. His name is also unlimited. And he has invested his all energy in his all names. Sarv Shaktis. So there are so many names of Lord. Like some names is primary, some is secondary. Secondary name like Jagadish, Parameshwar, Paramatma. And primary name is like Govind, Krishna, which directly related to Lord's activity. So that is primary name. And but specifically this Harinam Sankirtan, it is the Prema Nam, which is directly given by Lord Krishna himself in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it is most important. It's most, we can say, prominent. And as we heard and as we read also in Srimad Bhagavatam, the Srimad Bhagavatam is most sweet and realizable because it is stated by Sukdev Goswami. Similarly, the Harinam Hare Krishna Mahamantra is already given in our scriptures in many Puranas, many scriptures. But now it is become so much, we can say, realizable and auspicious sweet just by the touch of Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself. So, and Lord Krishna himself bestowed all potency in his holy name. But definitely, same time, it is its work according to our, um, we can say, according to our intensity, according to our reciprocation. So, like I will, briefly, I will say one thing. Like Holy Name is when Lord bestowed His all potencies. So, what is the three kind of how can we see that there are potency of Lord's? So there are three result. First is Lord's name is most sweet. Second is most auspicious, and third is completely auspiciousness. As we discussed that it will uh, reciprocate according to our intensity, because even in material world, if we try to take some sweet thing, but there is some limit. Similarly, Lord's name has all potency, but now we are not able to relish that sweetness, because even there are as we discuss in NOD, uh, there are three kind of bliss. One is material, as we say, Jalanand, and second is Brahmanand, happiness from liberation, and third is uh, the happiness which get from bhakti. So, but to get that kind of, but to relish that kind of highest bliss, even we are not able to tolerate this kind of bliss. Even we are, even Mahaprabhu has also taught the same principle by his own example. When he tried to release this test to sometime we, as we saw in his pastime, sometime his hand hand go inside, and sometime his body become too much large. So we can see even this body is not able to tolerate this kind of sweetness. So definitely, so it's mean Lord's name reciprocate accordingly. Same time, Lord name is very pure, very auspicious. So, so this is the first line. This is the meaning of first line. Lord has restored his all energy and potency, but its will reciprocate accordingly to our intensity and our sincerity. And next line is नाम नामकारी बहुधा निसर्ग शक्ति तत्तार पिता नियमित स्मरण kala. And there are no such rules and regulation to chant Lord's name. We can chant everywhere, anywhere. So actually, mm, this is the essence of to follow all rules and regulation to chant Lord name always, because it is all auspicious. We should chant definitely. This is our primary duty, and whatever we follow, whatever we try to follow any rules, this is the essence is to remember Krishna always. Like because as you see, the rays of sun is all the sun rays is always auspicious. It not matter what time and place, it always purify. Similarly, Lord's name, there are no such rules and regulation. And third line, नाम नामकारी भोजन सरस्वती तत्रार्पिता नियमते स्मरण काला एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन ममापि. And Lord is so merciful, uh, because Lord knows our position. So and he bestowed his all potency. So that is the mercy of Lord. So in this first three line, we understood that what is our fortune, that we have Lord's name, which is indifferent from Lord himself, and Lord bestowed his all potency, is always auspicious, always sweet, and always pure. This is our fortune, biggest fortune. Mahaprabhu is telling this that this is our most fortune as a living being who is struggling in this material world, and especially this Kali Yuga, which is everything is so inauspicious, but still there is some hope. Shobha Madhavi, can you mute your voice? Hare Krishna. Thank you. So, this is our most fortune. Even this in condition in this Kali Yuga, so everything is inauspicious, and in Bhagavad mein verse come like in this especially in Kali Yuga, everything is inauspicious, like circum place, things, even person, everything is contaminated. But there is some hope. Mahaprabhu is telling that my name, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It's all auspicious and always pure. So this is the biggest fortune of a living entity. And second, what is our misfortune? Then the same verse Mahaprabhu is telling, नाम नामकारी बहुधा निज सर्वशक्ति तथा पिता नियमित स्मरण काला एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन ममापि दुर्दैव मिदृश्म्यः जनुनानुरागा. तो महाप्रभु is telling, what is our misfortune? Durdev, I have not so much attraction, and I have not any attraction for your holy name. So in this particular verse, Mahaprabhu is telling to inability to chant Hare Krishna mantra always. Actually, Mahaprabhu chants always holy name, but because now he's taking this kind of role as a servant and same time as a teacher, he's teaching us that what is the actual mood of a pure devotee who always show this kind of humility. Lord, you have bestowed your all potency in your holy name, and you are so merciful, but still I have not so much attraction for your holy name. So Mahaprabhu is teaching us. So that is our most, we can say, misfortune, that we have always holy name. We have already, there are so many things to say about holy name, and many scriptures is filled up the glories of holy name. And Lord Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, personally came in this material world to propagate this Nam Sankirtan. But still, I have not so much attraction. So as a pure devotee, one who is pure devotee who always realize this thing. So second verse is realizing to inability to chant Hare Krishna mantra constantly. This is the one, in one line we can say this thing. So, Mahaprabhu actually similarly verse come from Namashtam, which is composed by Srila Rupa Goswami. In this same verse, he said that, "Oh Lord, you are so compassionate. You have blessed your holy name, but and I am not able to. I have only one mouth and two ears. I want millions of mouth and millions of ears to chant your holy name. It is so deliciousable. It is so sweet." So that is the general mood of pure devotee. He know this, and he always feel this kind of humility. So, for us, definitely we are practically we have not any so much test. So definitely for us it is real that we are not so much attraction for holy name. So Mahaprabhu is telling that this kind of humility we should have. So we have misfortune. And what is the misfortune? We have not attraction. So now we'll discuss what is the most misfortune. We'll discuss and how
रख
to
दिया, समोसा रख दिया,
on this.
मीठा रख दिया
ना 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 क्योंकि
Hare
आपका टाइम
Krishna.
ऐसा है
टाइम
जो
खाने
भी
का
है
वो एक ही बार
प्रसाद चाहिए
उसी टाइम के बाद
Pritam. Hare Krishna. So yes, where are they? Forgot. Uh, sorry. Yes. So what is the most misfortune we can say? So there are 10 kind of offense which we read daily. These kind of offenses we daily read. These are our misfortune that we what is the first offense? To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated to a life for propagating of the holy name of the Lord. It is not good thing, but it is misfortune. So in one sense, we daily recite these 10 offenses. What is the purpose? To conscious this is not good for us. So this in there are 10 kind of offense, and we can see this kind of 10 kind of misfortune. Actually, in NOD, there are almost uh, there are so many actually Rup Goswami has described so many offenses like seva aparad and so many things, nam aparad. But actually, the prominent is nam aparad as a beautiful song which is written by Sir Nathan Das Thakur. Hari sthane aparade, uh, Hari sthane aparade, tare hari nama. Actually, in one sense, every jiva, every living entity, those who are living in this material world, we have this kind of offensive mentality toward Lord Hari. And there is only one remedy to overcome from this offenses, which is holy name. So, but we are so, we can say, so offensive, we can say this misfortune. Even we sometimes we do this same kind of thing to holy name also. So for this, there are some for this we daily reads this kind of 10 offenses. So there are 10 kind of offenses, and the three is the most dangerous. First is the to blaspheme to devotee who have dedicated their life, and second is to disobey the spiritual master instruction, and to consider him an ordinary person because he is he is topmost Vaishnava. So and third offense is to commit sinful activity on the instant of holy name of Lord. So there are three kind of most dangerous offenses. But in that same offenses, in that same list of offenses, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said, the last offenses, even no to so much glory of holy name, mm, to to remain this kind of concept, material concept, and to chant inattentively. This is the most dangerous offenses, and actually, it is the root of all kind of offenses. We can say it is the root of all kind of misfortune. So, what is the topmost misfortune? That is inattentive. So we can divide inattentive in three part. First is uh, in Hindi there's indifference, audacenya. And we have not so much attraction for holy name. We do, but just sake of just duty. And second is laziness. We have this kind of conditions for this kind of laziness. We have. And third last is distraction. We can say in Hindi vikshep. So first is indifference, second is laziness, and third is distraction, audacity, alasya, and last is vikshep. So these three kind of factor. This is the if we'll combine this is inattentive japa, and this is the root cause of all kind of misfortune. By this kind of misfortune, we are not able to release holy name. So we will discuss one by one. First is indifferent holy name. And we have not so much taste. Definitely, we know so much glory about holy name. Even we see so many examples, but still we have not so much attraction. We just do as a sake of duty that we have to chant. Yeah, even we try in some rounds we are a little attentive, but maximum point, maximum rounds we sometimes we are not able to chant that much attention which is required. So because we have not so many taste. So audacity comes from because we have material taste. Because we have some material taste. So 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 as our material taste decrease, then gradually we can increase our spiritual taste. In last part, we will discuss how to overcome. And second is laziness. Uh, Laziness means, so basically laziness comes from our gross body as well as subtle body, because our whole body is made of so many ignorance. So it's it's very natural for us to fall in this kind of laziness. And same time in subtle part, uh, we can say this kind of mentality, we don't want to do anything, we just want comfortable. Mean we are not ready to serve. So this kind of jadta, kind of problems. So sometimes, and as we sit for chanting, so before chanting and after chanting, we are so active. But during chanting, all we can say our that we can say that our laziness covered us. So it is very difficult, and it is very general problem to every sadhaka. And last is uh, distraction. So distraction. So we are not able to focus. Sometimes we forget why am I chanting? So what it is very difficult to focus each mantra, each rounds, very difficult. Even sometimes it's very difficult why I'm chanting, what is my goal? So many distractions. It's basically it's come from passion and passion, and it also comes from offenses, because of our dealings. So we're not able to concentrate. So these three kinds of misfortune we daily face in our sadhana. So how to overcome? So there are some solution. The first is material taste. Sorry, indifference. We have not so much taste for holy name. So for this, we have to associate sadhu more and more frequently. There no other way. We have to associate such sadhu who has natural taste for holy name. And and by observing them, and by associating them, we can feel that same kind of test. In NOD there mentioned, a Maharaj has written, uh, there is some kind of there is actual bliss which is called bhava. But sometimes when a new devotee comes in temple, and he also feel or experience this kind of bliss because of the presence of some pure devotee. So first is we have to associate a sadhu to get the same kind of test, and we have to associate from his books, from his if possible. So we should associate his association also, his vani also. And second is laziness. Laziness means because as we know conditions, we have so many ignorance. So how to avoid this? The same kind of thing. We have to sadhu who always engage in services. And similarly, engage. We have to schedule our day in a manner that we should not sit idle. It is for our personal practice, but same time, we should frequently visit sadhu and frequently we visit that atmosphere where people are so much engaged. And easily we can overcome from this kind of laziness. And especially for chanting, we should remember, actually this is it's for our part. If we should remember, the laziness is the, we can say, most dangerous for a sadhaka, because if we are sleeping, so then we are not able to accept that Lord's compassion. So we have to again and again we have to realize our position, and this is more dangerous if we are sleeping and we are not conscious even. First thing is sleeping, and first thing is laziness, and secondly we are not conscious about our laziness. We just accept that it is natural. Not it's not so natural. We have to avoid this laziness. So best way to sit in a atmosphere where devotees are chanting very intensely, and we can go in a room where you have not, you have where you can avoid your that kind of things which allure you for laziness. So this thing is for our personal practice, but same time it's as a sadhu who teach by his example, who don't waste any single time. And last thing is distraction. So distraction at same time, distraction also comes from our you can say material taste as well as our offensive nature. So we can see in Nishala Vishwanath Chakur Thakur has said because we have when we are not in we are not in peaceful condition because of our dealings, because of our inclination toward material things. So our mind always go that place where like material things and dealings. Oh, I should as we chants. So there are some thoughts. Oh, I should not do this thing, that thing. So so we have to consciously we have to very conscious for our dealings to gradually this kind of distraction, and same time and same principle is uh, we have to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said, if our mind is so much distracted, one can we do? We can sit in a alone like front of Tulsi Maharani, and you can chant very loudly, and even you can chant a very in a very small room where you can just hear your voice for some time, not always. Best is always chant with devotee if possible. So by this thing, we can uh, we can convert our misfortune to fortune, and that is the required. If we are trying to become pure devotee, that same kind of that is our only desire to get genuine taste for holy name. And Mahaprabhu has said, "Naam ruchi, Jivedaya Vaishnava, Vaishnava Seva." This is the three principle of our parampara. So this is our first and foremost desire to get that same kind of taste. So by this kind of feeling, we can prepare our consciousness and then we can move forward. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much for enlightening us and telling us about all the misfortune and how to overcome from that. So I'll open this floor for any questions.
How much time do we have?
We can go probably for another 5-10 minutes if you want. Any questions?
Any
Hare
question?
Krishna, Pranam, Hare Krishna Guru.
Hare Krishna.
And we should always be in sadhu sangha and association devotees and avoid blaspheming the devotees.
Yeah.
Blaspheming the devotees means Prabhu either insulting them or ignoring them. Like we are all Vaishnavas, so we don't criticize or we don't go and say bad words for devotees in front of them. But maybe yes, due to hurry we may ignore them. Oh, have to go for some seva. Prabhu is coming. We just turn ourselves and move over from there. Is that also aparad, Prabhu?
Last part I could not hear.
मैं कह रहा था प्रभु, जैसे अब हमको कुछ सेवा करने जाना है, कहीं निकलना है, दिमाग में कुछ और जल्दी है और सामने से डिवोटीज आ रहे हैं, so instead of greeting them or even wishing them, we just move off from there so that we don't waste time and go away from there, so that we do our duty. So is that also an aparadh, matlab avoiding them and then ignoring them?
And it's not so much big. It's not often, but it is just, you can say it is just sensitivity. At least we can give some gesture. So it's happened because it's very difficult to conduct. I mean, very difficult to definitely. Actually, as a practitioner, we become more sensitive, more sensitive. And there is verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, Ajamil, in Ajamil part, yes, so in Bhagavatam, where in Srila Prabhupada has mentioned in a purport that pure devotee deals others according to his own experience. So means when you feel, when some, as we are also a living being, so if you feel neglect, so as we deal with some kind of other devotees, so same kind of feeling with think, okay, so this kind of sensitivity, what we want for himself, ourselves, and same kind of dealings on, we can say, we deal same kind of feelings, yeah, or we can say we are very sensitive for others, because as we need this kind of thing for us, to similarly we deal. So this is the dealing of pure devotee. He deals. There is one verse, Atmanyate Jagat. We deal others according to ourselves. As we grow in bhakti, this kind of sensitivity and maturity gradually, we can say, really uplift in our consciousness, and then we deal accordingly. Because it is very difficult to please everyone, but Lord, within his heart, guide him. What is the proper way to conduct in this kind of this particular circumstance, so that Lord help himself. So yeah, I agree in Bhagavatam. Is it okay,
Thank
Prabhu?
you.
It's my
Yeah,
understanding. Otherwise you can ask others devotee also, but it's just my understanding.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Any other question?
I think
If there are no questions, then Prabhuji, thank you so
in
much.
actually, as
Yes,
you,
sir.
Prabhuji has asked, as we discussed this, there are 10 kinds of misfortune. Sometimes we just repeat this kind of misfortune. There are, we should, same time we should say the 10 kind of fortune. First is serve the holy Vaishnava and not criticize them. So we should contemplate in this mind. Okay, we should serve the holy Vaishnava as much I have strength. I will serve by my mind, by my thought, by my action, and or not criticize them, and not by mind, but by words also. So this kind of 10 kinds of uh, positive way we can always contemplate in our mind also. Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
would you like to tell these 10 names
Yes. First is
quickly?
yes, Mujib. First
Serve
is
the Vaishnavas.
have the holy Vaishnava and not criticize them. Second is worship Lord Krishna as the absolute supreme personality of Godhead. And third is respect the spiritual master who initiate one into the holy name. And fourth is glorify the scriptures which reveals the glories of holy name. And five, be convinced that the holy name is eternally established in the pure transcendence. And six is accept the explanation of the holy name which is given by Srila Prabhupada and the scripture. And seven is root out the desire of sinful activities. We can say ignorance. And last is 8 is give up ritualistic fruitive activities. And 9 is reveal the glories of the holy name only to serious devotees. 10, last one, chant very diligently and fully surrender unto the holy name. So there are 10 positive sides. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much for giving me a chance.
Vasudeva Prabhu ki jai. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare
Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Thank you for giving me some chance.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam, Prabhuji.
Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.